Hi.
Hi!
I'm gonna do
Always in the same time.
three. Hi. This
No, once again.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hi, this is H of the stage and
Joe!
and welcome backstage. Third episode of our podcast, which we have no idea where it's going, but we're enjoying our time here.
Yes.
I think, if I can
Well,
speak in both of our names.
Yes, you can. I'm really enjoying.
So we're basically just transferred what we usually do outside, like while eating burgers or just having a coffee and stuff like that. We are talking inside, backstage, if you will.
Backstage. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
and
name.
How are you, Joe?
I'm really good. Thank you again for asking. You ask me that every podcast which we did. You ask me that, and thank you for that.
I really appreciate when somebody is like having manners.
Yes, yes, of course.
I think that's something that is kind of missing today.
Of
What do you
course,
think?
unfortunately, that question you asked me is like really rare these days. Like
and
nobody asks people like how are you doing?
It's a very simple
Except
question.
Joey from Friends.
Joey
He's
from
all,
Friends,
"How
yeah,
you
but
doing?"
that's also old school. I'm
Yeah,
talking
old
about
school, yeah.
nowadays. Like people just, I don't know. Everybody's thinking about themselves. That's a topic that we could also talk about
Yes.
sometimes. For example, like I'm a teacher and I'm, teaching new generations of students and stuff like that. So I'm noticing some of these patterns, let's say, and definitely kids are thinking a lot about themselves. Not always in a bad way, but they're just somehow they're taught like that, or
Yeah.
what's the word, like parents not educated them to be like that. But what's the word? I can't really, when somebody raises you like that, maybe they've raised them to be like that.
To be like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way they
I don't think that's a word for that.
yeah,
But okay.
maybe
okay.
we have one in creation, but there's they raise them by basically not raising them.
Of course.
I
of
think.
course, yeah.
So maybe that's
Oof,
the thing.
that's like a really good topic. We can talk.
We can talk about that, but let's
yeah.
start with something a bit more lighthearted, a bit more positive. So
Let's not be negative.
yeah. So what I've what I've started doing with this podcast a bit is basically telling my friend Joe to listen to these artists that have already reacted on this channel. And we've did an episode about Dimash, and you had some very nice things to say about him. But now we're taking it a step further by talking about Filipino singers. Now, you already know my opinion about Filipinos, but Joe here listened to 5 artists,
Yes.
and we're going to mention them, and we're kind of going to, pick apart what he
was the best from every
each of
single
them.
one,
Yeah.
so-
So let's start with one of them. Which one do you want to start?
Okay, but first,
Okay.
first, I need to say that like since I live in Bosnia and Herzegovina and I'm in
Croat?
Croatia and
You're
I'm
a Croat,
Croat, yeah,
yeah.
and Balkans. Like I know this kind of music and I listen like mostly. English songs, like not English but American songs and that kind of market.
Yeah, that's
Music.
like worldwide.
Like worldwide, yeah,
Yeah.
worldwide music. Of course, I have also my favorite artists from like and blues and
Of
like
course.
Eric Clapton and that stuff. But I never like had a chance to listen Filipino artists, like Asia general, like that kind of music. So this is really profounding for me because I'm like confused how good they are. Like really,
Really?
not confused because I have some stereotype. Not that, but like since I never heard and like when I heard those artists, they're like much better than actual ones that I'm listening.
Yeah,
right
like the
now.
ones that are on
Yeah,
top
on top
charts.
of- yeah.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like when I've started doing these reactions, like you, I've been only listening to what everybody listens
Yeah,
to. Let's say
of course.
what you hear on the radio or on pop charts or Spotify or whatever, and you've been listening to like music from your local scene and stuff like that. So Croatian, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, and very good artists
Of
here
course,
and
of
there.
course, of
But
course.
it's very interesting to pick one country that you don't even know too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
about
yeah.
and hear something
Crazily good, yeah.
crazy good. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So, for example, I've sent you Morissette. Morissette
Yes.
and Mo. I mean, we can't have this video without talking about Morissette.
Well, I'm not like everybody who's watching that, if they like, even if they didn't hear about Morissette, when you like put her video on just once, that's the best. I cannot talk about that because that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
it doesn't go further
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that.
yeah.
What did I want to tell you? I think she's about your age.
Oh really? I
I
didn't
think.
know that.
How old are you?
I'm
24?
25 for 20 days. So like
Oh,
yeah.
25. Oh, we have to have a
Yeah.
special episode
Yeah,
about
special
your.
episode and special gift. That's what she said.
We've already started going
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I think she's somewhere around that. Maybe she's a year older than you. I don't know, but she's incredible. Yeah, you think about.
Of
She's
course.
very young,
She's
and I mean, does she remind you of anybody? If you can pick one singer, maybe, like stylistically, maybe a bit. Did you think about that?
no, I didn't.
You didn't think about it.
No.
I would say that she has a lot of those Mariah Carey qualities.
I like that was on top of my mind, but like when you asked me that question, that was on top of my
Okay.
mind. But like I didn't say it because it's
I mean, she's
yeah
different.
she's different. Yeah, yeah. But stylistically, yeah, she has.
And I've noticed with a
Much
lot
of
of
that.
Filipinos, they listen to a lot of R&B.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe that's not in our parts people don't listen to R&B that much, I
No,
think.
no.
So but when I listen to Filipinos, they're listening to Mariah Carey, I mean old songs, and I don't know, Boys to Men, or
Okay.
you know, so some of those artists. I'm not really familiar with R&B that much, but I'm familiar with the way they sing, like
Yeah, yeah,
R&B
yeah,
style of
yeah, yeah,
singing,
yeah.
especially because one of my friend colleague is really into that sort of music and he's singing in that way, so I kind of picked it
Yeah,
from
yeah.
him. But what I want to say is that R&B is a very good genre if you want to learn how to really
Of course,
sing good.
Of course.
You know, it's like it has a lot of runs. It's
Yes, runs like different tones like that, and what is like the best thing what I like about that genre is like air
air,
in their voices.
breathiness.
Breathiness, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the correct word. Like that's just like
It's
it's sexy,
Yeah,
it's good, it's like it's
sensual.
yeah sensual, and you just like sit and listen, and like you don't overthink when you listen to that. You don't you are not like trying to find some other meaning,
Deeper meaning.
deeper
It's
meaning. Yeah,
just
it's just like
flows.
put it on, yeah, and listen. Yeah, and so that's what's like I'm most impressed when you when you
When I
send me
send-
those
Yeah,
those
yeah.
artists from
Exactly. My
Philippines.
first association with R&B is definitely like sexy mood.
Yeah, of
Definitely,
course,
like,
of course.
especially that 6/8 time signature, which goes like.
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's basically
that's-
something like, I don't know, for striptease.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. Definitely, there's just a vibe to different sounds, and it's amazing like how much you can tell with music.
Yes, of
even if
course.
they weren't singing, just like that
yeah,
kind of
just
instrumental.
that vibe is like telling you something. Yeah.
Yeah, so people aren't. Why don't people ever use like metal songs in sexy scenes of,
Of
mu-
course,
in
when
movies?
when you lie down with your girl, you're not gonna like
It doesn't work.
put metal on.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
R&B is for that.
That's what she said. No. So what else? Morissette is definitely one of
Yes.
the greater ones, in my opinion. She's like her range is incredible, and what I've noticed, you just listened to that one song. Which one did I send you? The one from Wish Bus. Secret
Guy, if love, I cannot.
Secret Love Song, right?
Yeah, Secret Love Song. Yeah.
Yeah, which is originally by Little Mix.
Little Mix, and Jason Derulo. I think.
Jason
Yeah.
Derulo.
Jason
So-
Derulo is also like R&B, like vibe.
Yeah. I don't listen to Jason Derulo that much, but yeah, he's definitely in that sort of
he's in
space.
that, yeah.
And what I wanted to say, like, I think that cover, in one point, maybe even now, has more views than the original song.
Probably.
It has
didn't
about-
get that, but probably. I saw that is really like.
It has like 200
200
million
million,
views,
yeah.
which is insane.
And I need to tell. I also like. Let's be honest. Like
Okay.
first time I listened to those songs is like yesterday, so
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't like get the full picture. I'm just learning
Okay.
about it, and you're asking me question. That is the questions. So that's the concept of our podcast.
Of
But
course.
I will say like that. Wish radio. Is it a radio
Wish,
station? Or
yeah, radio
like
station. They say Wish bus.
Wish bus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a radio station
like
inside of a bus.
I don't know. Like, are those musicians like working for the Wish bus, or are they like
I think they
for
are.
every artist?
I think every
separately?
artist has their own
But
band that comes in.
also crazily good like players.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
They're really like great.
Like one thing that I've noticed in a couple of those is that it sounds a bit karaoke in terms of playing. So maybe the sound quality is not the best,
Yes.
or the instruments they choose, but not every. Like somebody uses electronic drums and it sounds a bit shallow.
That's because of the electronic drums.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
that,
probably
like,
a bit, but most of the people that I've seen are just crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. Maybe not virtuoso players,
Yeah,
but they're very correct.
correct.
Player.
Yeah, correct.
So
yeah,
very. I
Like
wouldn't
technical,
say. Yeah,
like
yeah.
really
I
good,
wouldn't
yeah, but
say.
that's
I wouldn't say sterilized.
No, it's not
because
sterilized.
it has balls.
yeah, yeah.
It has like energy and stuff like that. So yeah, Morissette definitely top singer.
Yeah,
you have to listen
like-
to more.
And one more thing I need to say about and Morissette and others.
Okay,
They are like singing but sitting.
you've noticed that as well.
That's crazy.
I've been
How
talk- I've
good
been-
it gets. But there's the.
I've been talking about it, and sometimes people like act well.
It's normal. That's not
shouldn't
normal.
be. It shouldn't be that different. Trust me, it's
It's not,
way
yeah.
harder to sing while sitting down. I mean, maybe not to everybody, but in general, like diaphragm is down here, and when you're sitting, it's just not in a normal position. It's not natural.
I would say like this: if you when you are sitting, like you are getting tired, like really, you need to be double concentrate
Yeah.
to sing
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Like not double, triple, because you are like you need to think about your back, your like breathing and everything. And Morissette is just like
Morissette
like
is just
this.
like having a coffee.
she's putting she's
Her hands are on the table.
her hands on the table, and she's like
Yeah, it's like we went out and
Yeah.
she's drinking a coffee and she's just slaying the
she's
song.
like she's on the coffee.
Yeah, like it's nothing to her.
Yeah.
And everybody's like that. Everybody's singing
Everybody,
in these
other artists. Yeah.
I mean, crazy. But let's step away from Morissette a bit. I've also sent you like Michael Pangilinan.
Yes.
You said that you really enjoyed him.
Yeah, he is the like except Morissette, he's the best one to me. Like,
Okay, okay.
but that's like taste wise.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like technical or anything, but like
When
it's just one like thing which like really connected me to him.
Okay.
It's that what I said, that air in his breathiness in his voice.
Yeah,
like
sensuality.
Jesus Christ, that's really. Oof.
Joe Garden goosebumps. That's
Yes.
and although he doesn't have too many
Yeah, yeah,
hairs,
yeah.
like when you compare it to mine.
I really get goosebumps.
Yeah, cool.
So
That's always a good sign that
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
is
yeah,
very
yeah.
good.
So
Like
he's really-
especially when I started doing these reactions, I've been like goosebumps
Yeah.
everywhere. Now I've gotten a bit used to them, but every now and then somebody comes and I'm just completely blown away. So yeah, Michael Pangilinan. I don't know who he reminds me of, but I wouldn't say that he reminds me of Michael Jackson, but I think that he has
that vibe, like
bit of that.
bit of that,
bit of
yeah.
that. But Michael is, of course,
Yeah,
Michael,
of
so
course, yeah.
that's very hard to even
Yeah, yeah.
come by. Definitely an interesting, also R&B singer.
Michael and Michael, you compared Michael Jackson and Michael Pangilinan.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that. Probably they named him after
Yeah,
Michael
probably,
Jackson. Maybe he also wanted to change his race and identity and stuff like that. Who knows?
Who knows?
Michael Jackson is also a singer and a very interesting topic. We definitely have to talk about him.
Of course,
in
of
one
course,
episode.
in one episode.
I think
for
you know.
sure.
I think you know more about him
If
than
I can talk about him like for hours.
Michael
because
Jackson,
I
yeah.
really like. I took everything I found on internet about Michael Jackson, and I know it
Yeah,
I learn it really good. So and that is like double cross sword because
double-edged sword.
double edge
Okay.
is. I'm
I'm
sorry.
learning this
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Confusing it
Yeah,
sometimes.
because like a lot of media
Yeah, I mean,
told some bad things
he
about
has
him.
a lot of
So yeah,
controversy about him.
controversy. Yeah, so that's like we should.
That's a topic, interesting. I
Yeah,
mean,
interesting
I don't
topic.
say
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
topic,
It's
maybe, but definitely something that
yeah,
maybe not even a lot of people know about.
yeah, yeah,
So
probably. Yeah. Better to not be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's also that thing with R. Kelly. Do you know that one?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
So he has some beautiful songs. I mean, even if you go just by "I Believe I Can Fly," that's a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
song.
yeah.
That's a perfect R&B song. But then you have this part where he pissed over somebody. I don't even know too much detail, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You just don't want to know that.
I just
Because,
want
like,
to. That's
it
I'm not
can ruin the artist for you.
exactly. So most of the time, I like when I can connect with the artists, especially if they're normal.
Yeah, yeah.
If they don't
Normal.
piss
What is
everywhere.
normal today?
I mean, yeah, that's also an interesting thing to talk about. But there are only a couple of occasions where I just want to listen to the song
And
and,
just-
and I don't want to give a shit about their artists
Yeah, yeah,
because they are whack. Let's just put it
course,
like that.
yeah,
Let's just
put it
let's
like that
let's
and
get
leave
back
it.
to the normal Michael.
Yeah.
Or maybe to
Normal Michael, yeah.
Mi-
We don't know anything about him, so he's
Every,
normal.
everything that we know is kind of okay to us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Michael Pangilinan, why beside the breathiness, is there anything else that you kind of enjoyed about his performance?
Well, his band was great. There are also like there is I think two of the guys. Like one is on bass and other is on keyboard,
Keyboards?
and they are also singing like back vocals.
And there was a girl also singing
A
back
girl, yeah,
backing
yeah,
vocals.
it's a girl, and they are also like
I remember the harmonies.
when I was first because when I put the song on and like it is like Michael Pangilinan
Pangilinan
is singing that
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Rainbow,
like,
yeah.
And
That's
like
the one that you were listening.
when I put it and I'm listening like and when they started to sing like I was like who is Michael now because everybody sings so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course Michael is the best but like they are also great.
No. That's the thing. Everybody is like pitch perfect almost
Yeah,
there.
pitch
It's
perfect,
like
yeah.
crazy, insane good. And do you remember the ending? The ending was something like, if I remember correctly, the song's called Rainbow, and it's kind of in a moody,
Of course, yeah.
in a kind of a minor feel. But at the end of the song, they end with a major chord. And that's what gives it this kind of rainbow after the rain
Yeah, yeah,
feeling.
yeah,
So I've been
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about that in the reaction, and everybody loved it. Like, oh man, that's the best way anybody
Yeah,
explained
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it's definitely they've done it on purpose for sure, because that's what we call word painting. I don't know.
Word painting, yeah, I know that.
When
Sure.
music represents something that
Yeah,
you
it puts
sing
the image
or-
in your head. Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
like
yeah.
music means exactly the same like the words.
Yes,
For
yes,
example,
yes.
when Beyonce sings up and then the key goes up or something like that. So
and that's
I love word painting.
really
I think, and maybe the most famous example of word painting is Hallelujah. So when
of course, yeah, he's like literally saying what he's playing. Yeah,
it goes like this: the fourth, the
Yeah.
fifth, the
Yeah,
minor
yeah,
fall.
yeah.
So
that's
just
perfect.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what else? Do you want to talk about Michael a bit more, or should we go? To
Well, I
maybe
cannot.
some-
I can. Like,
Yeah,
I just listened to that, and I'm really thrilled and thankful to you because you send me that, and like I will for sure check out more and do a research on his special and also other singers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's go now to Katrina Velarde. You listen to her. I've sent you the song. It's called Burn, and
Yes.
that's a song where she imitated a lot of other singers.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
one where she was singing. She was sitting.
Yes, sitting and holding
What's
her
with the-
child. Like
I guess that's her child. I'm not even sure.
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
knows,
it
but-
should be,
yeah, it should.
or maybe she
Yeah.
kidnapped somebody. I don't know.
and what I noticed, like, it is her child. Because why? Do you know why? Because like, he's so calm. He's like.
I'm not even sure if it's a he. Maybe it's a she.
It's a
kid,
little
it's a
child.
kid, yeah,
Come on,
it's
don't
very- it's
take
very hard to-
don't take it to bad for
Yeah.
me because little kid. Okay, little kid. He's sitting and like he's calm. He's like He's doing like everything is normal, and she's like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
so probably
Probably got used to it.
used to it. Yeah,
But imagine
probably.
somebody with that kind of voice if she gets mad on you.
Yeah,
To you.
though.
So you're like,
Yeah.
and she just goes into head voice or
Yes,
something
yes,
and
yes.
screams. Oh man.
She did Ellie Goodling, Shakira,
Christina
Aguilera, Michael Jackson, even, and that was really good.
That was crazy.
That
Yeah,
was
that
really
was-
good. Yeah, and
Britney.
Britney Spears. Yeah,
But I think in my taste, Christina Aguilera,
Christina Aguilera,
she
she
really
nailed it.
nailed it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Like if you were just to play me that part, I would say Christina for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
everybody, even Ellie has that kind of pitchy,
yeah,
squeaky,
yeah.
squeaky kind of
British accent.
Yeah, but almost like a kid voice.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
reminds me of a very like sweet child, you
Yes,
know,
yes.
that just is singing in a school play or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So, but yeah, Katrina is also a powerhouse singer, and I don't know what's with these Filipinos. I have a couple of theories why they are so good.
Okay.
If you want to hear them.
Yes, of
For
course.
example, one is
I need explanation.
you need an explanation. One thing is definitely their language, because
Okay.
I think their language is musical already, so
Okay.
Filipino language,
When they speak, they have. Yeah, okay, I understand. Okay.
something like that. But not only that, there are these parts of the world where the language is just a bit more upfront in the mass.
Okay,
So
okay,
they're not talking like with a much fry and stuff like that.
yeah,
For
okay,
example,
okay,
people in our parts tend to, when they talk, go downwards.
Down,
and
yeah.
just like
We are all talking like
yeah.
this,
So
yeah.
it feels a bit lazy. So it's very hard to, let's say, learn properly how to speak and sing. But I think that just some countries, and Philippines are definitely one of them, just have that language that's already very naturally well positioned. So it makes it easier for them
Easier
to learn
to
to
learn,
sing.
of
I'm not
course.
saying every Filipino is a great singer,
Okay.
but it definitely helps them. Another thing, and this is definitely true, I've read it in comments underneath my videos, is that most of their households have karaoke machines. It's almost like something that if you don't have that, then it's there's something wrong with your families.
okay.
So they've been singing from very young age, and I'm guessing also these karaoke machines usually have older songs. So maybe that's why they're kind of into R&B,
R&B, yeah,
and maybe
that stuff.
80s
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that, because for example, here nobody has a karaoke
Nobody,
machine.
yeah.
If you sing
That's really rare,
karaoke,
yeah.
if you sing karaoke, you play something from YouTube and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So
We don't even have it in, like, I heard that they have, like, in every, like, bar, they have really much, like,
yeah,
bars and
jukeboxes
yeah,
and stuff like
jukeboxes,
that.
and they put it and they sing, like, they have karaoke party, like,
karaoke nights, of course.
nights, yeah, and like we don't have it here. We used to have one like on 200 people, like in whole Herzegovina. We have in Golden Cube.
In
that's
Golden
the-
Cube,
yeah.
So-
Golden, yeah. That's the club here who had karaoke night.
Karaoke
I
night.
have a really bad pronouncing. What is happening to me? Pronunciation of word karaoke.
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 Because
Karaoke bolan.
yeah, we say karaoke. But
Karaoke.
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 Carry me to the okie.
Karaoke. I'm going to karaoke with my Grand Cherokee. Do you know what is Grand Cherokee? That's like big, like Grand Cherokee. That's like a car in
car?
America.
I was
In America,
I was
that's
worried
car.
for a second because you were saying grand. I thought you were going to
Grand
say
Cherokee.
child or
no.
You're
Grand
gonna-
Cherokee is a car in
Okay,
America,
I
and
didn't
I
know.
just used this moment for a rhyme.
I didn't know
Yeah,
about
grand.
that. I'm not really familiar with cars.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of my problems in life because I can name like maybe the most famous car. What's the word? Like
Brand.
brand,
Okay.
yeah, brand. But if you ask me anything in more detail, like what's that Audi? Let's say,
Okay.
I don't know, like is it A7 or A4? I have no idea.
Okay.
Golf,
Well, that's-
or Mercedes, I have no idea. I can
Okay.
say, and I usually say, okay, that's a red Mercedes.
I would say that he is a woman.
nah, come on.
I'm
Wow,
just
that's
kidding.
stereotypical.
No,
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Women,
We're gonna get canceled because I know. My wife Anna, knows
She,
more about.
yeah.
So
So
maybe in that
that's
sense,
crazy.
maybe
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
sense, we've kind of.
Do you have the situation when you like when you are going to some trip and
Okay.
like tire breaks or something like? And
Fortunately not.
is she doing that stuff for you?
I think she would have
She
a.
would probably do
she
it.
would.
Yeah.
She would have an easier time
And you
doing
were
that.
like on passenger seat and like holding your child and like
Yeah, and I would
be
tell
like
her,
this.
"Do you need water?
Yeah.
Do you need any help?" And she would say, "Nah, let me finish this." So yeah, maybe. I mean, I would know something, but once when my tire, like, went flat, somebody actually, I think, knifed it.
Ah, that's
Uh,
because he's a professor at the school.
yeah,
So
might be.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's anybody from my school or like my student, but who knows? Everything's possible. Maybe they comment underneath this video. They already finished their school, so I can't really fail them.
Okay.
But either way, somebody knifed it, and I didn't notice, so I've started riding my car, and I've noticed that it's kind of going like this. So the first space that I can park in, I've stopped there, and I've called my younger brother, and he and he helped me.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So okay.
When I say he helped me, he basically did everything by himself. But
He
that's right.
just put the water near.
Yeah,
to
I
him,
didn't even have water, so that's how bad I am.
nothing, Yeah, he's just like standing like, are you gonna finish?
Okay, I want to say one thing before we continue. Did you notice my shirt? It's a H of the stage shirt. I've
And
made
he
my
didn't-
I've made my merch.
He didn't birth me one.
Yeah, there. I have one black one red one, which I need to wash before I give it to you because
Okay.
it kind of stinks a bit.
Hurry up.
And I have two hoodies. One kind of reddish or pink, which is for my friend who actually designed this logo, Leva. Thank you, Leva. And I have one that's kind of sky blue. That's
Yeah,
a perfect one. I can't wait for autumn and winter because I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to wear it everywhere.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to go into class like a professor and having my logo
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
If oof. Ooh,
And
looking forward to
it's,
that.
It's really good, and I would like to say you need to check. Where do you have it on?
It's a fourth wall. That's the site name.
Site, okay.
That's the place where I've made my site and merch store. But I will leave a link in the description.
Yes,
No
okay.
need to search for it.
You go on the link and you will see like he has like really a nice trick with the H
With the H letter.
with H letter. Yeah, he put like he has
No,
like
don't tell
Okay,
him. Don't
okay,
tell him.
okay.
Check it out.
Okay,
Check it out
check it out,
yourself.
check it out.
But let's go back to Filipino singers. So we've talked about Morissette, or should we talk about Katrina more?
Katrina more, please.
What do you think?
Morissette is great.
No. Of course, we're just moving on.
Moving on,
So
yeah.
Katrina, one thing that I was worried because the first video that I listened to her was also that one, Burn, where she
Okay.
does like
Everything.
impressions, yeah. But what I sometimes am worried about singers that do impressions is that they don't really have their own voice. Sometimes,
Okay,
but
okay, that could happen. Yeah.
that can happen because I've noticed some people from like our local scene, they try too much to imitate and to
imitate
act,
other, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and somehow I have no idea who they are as a singer
Yeah, yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
But
That happens a
I've
lot.
listened to Katrina's other songs and no, she's amazing. Her,
Yeah,
her
yeah,
natural voice is
probably yeah,
even
because-
better.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Like I said, I didn't heard much, but I will do it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like she has like when other people imitates other people, like,
Okay.
for example me or some better singer than me, it doesn't matter. Like we are usually good just at one.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's
I can
one
do,
or two.
I can do maybe one or two, but
One or two, yeah,
yeah.
and that's it, and that's where you are confusing, like not you, but like me when I'm singing, like confusing my voice with that voice, like I'm finding it someone in between, but like she can do like not seven, five voices, so probably she has her own, which she knows which one is hers.
Interesting. So one thing is that I mean we haven't really practiced imitating anybody.
Yeah.
I think I didn't.
No, me too.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I was playing around with this because there was a period in time where I listened to like voice actors.
Okay.
And how they've learned those voices because nobody's really born and they can speak like Morgan Freeman and I don't know Donald Duck or whoever. But there's this guy on YouTube. I don't know his name, but he really wanted to learn how to speak like Morgan Freeman. And he really practiced it. And he said that one thing is important to have a very good microphone to record it and to
Okay.
listen to yourself, because
Of course.
we've
That's
talked about
yeah,
this
yeah.
already. When you talk like this, you don't hear yourself properly. So when you have a good microphone, you're always
Yeah, yeah.
re-listening and learning, and just repeating one, let's say one sentence from a
Yeah,
movie,
yeah, yeah.
really listening. So what happens is that nobody can really tell their vocal cords what to do. It's not like doing this, even like this. I can't tell my finger to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
all coming from the brain.
Okay. Okay, I
So when
understand.
your brain kind of gets used to hearing these sounds, it with time it gets used to making these small
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
adjustments.
Like automatization. Yeah.
Exactly, small adjustments that make you sound like some
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
And also, if you're watching, and you should be watching that movie, and kind of imitating the facial expressions as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of sound comes when you change your facial expression. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, of course.
So that's the way to learn. And he said when he got better with that, it got faster for him to learn. You know.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
That's also natural way.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. If we were to maybe do a challenge and try to learn somebody, like imitate somebody,
Okay.
maybe we would learn about. We would definitely learn about our voice and our singing
Of
voices as
course,
well.
of
But
course.
it's just very important not to lose yourself too much in that. You always have to remember how you sound.
Yeah, of
So,
course,
yeah.
of course, of course. Yeah, that's good. You told me just you gave me a good information. So I didn't thought about that before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's why we're doing these podcasts.
Thank you very much. I would check on that. Yeah.
I definitely think that podcasts or just this sort of talking is very beneficial to us,
Of
because
course,
we're
of
going to
course.
learn a lot more
Yeah.
than just, I don't know, even when we're just sitting having a coffee. I think this is a bit more proper when it
Yes,
comes to
yes,
singing.
this is proper. Yeah.
Okay.
I have one question to ask. We were on the topic on karaoke. Karaoke.
Carry me to the
Uh,
oak tree.
Yes, in
What?
Filipinos.
Okay.
Okay, and you are talking about their like genetic
Yeah.
and everything genetic, like their language is like much more musical and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's my theory.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, theory. I want to know more about that. Do you know anything more?
About them.
Yeah, about like Filipinos, why they are singing so
Oh,
good.
well, definitely the karaoke and the language that I mentioned. What else? I'm not really sure. I mean, I could go and have, I don't know how to say this, but Filipinos are very religious.
Okay.
So I think that they are very like connected to their families, and they're
Okay.
kind of they sing together a lot.
Ah,
They
yeah, that
gather,
could be
they
that. Yeah,
gather.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
that's like one of their pastimes. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
really
yeah, that
really
could be
enjoy
that,
that. And maybe there's also a thing to do because it's not a very developed country. They're not very rich when it
Of
comes
course,
to
okay.
finances.
Okay.
You know, that's what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think a lot of Philippines is a bit on the lower end, maybe not all of it, but so maybe, you know, there's not much to do except sing or learn an instrument and stuff
Ah,
like that.
okay,
So
okay.
they have enough time to really practice and
Practice, yeah,
and
yeah.
go.
That's a nice theory.
So
Yeah, yeah,
maybe you know.
That's a nice theory. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
will do a research on that.
Yeah, then you can definitely do like doctor analysis, or what's the word? Like when you finish
Doctorate.
doctorate.
Okay, okay.
I think that would be a definitely
yeah,
cool
yeah,
team
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump around a bit. Do you remember Bugoy Drilon?
Yes.
So he's the reggae
Yes.
one,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
at
yeah,
least the
yeah.
song that I've sent
Yeah,
you
yeah,
was
yeah.
reggae.
Yeah, yeah, he's good. He's also like really punchy. And
Punchy.
yeah, he has punchy voice and he's like really
Raw.
strong, raw. Yeah, yeah. One, I would not say that, but like his English is a little bit just like mine. He could
Yeah,
sing
maybe when it
like
comes.
better, but he's like perfect singer.
That's another thing. So we've talked about Filipino language, but most of them, when singing in English, they sound pretty good.
Yeah, but yeah,
You-
pretty
you
good.
don't
like,
even-
Morissette is like perfect. Like she's born in
I mean,
England or
most of them.
America,
Okay,
yeah.
I wouldn't even say the Bugoy is that bad.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
I just heard
Maybe
two or three
two or
words.
three
but
words.
yeah. Maybe
Oh, yeah.
maybe that's like maybe That's the song how it's written.
That's
Maybe,
what I'm
probably.
saying. Like they really have a developed ear, and all of their muscles are kind of very quick to learning
Yeah,
those
to
things.
learn
So
those things. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
crazy. But I really enjoy Bugoy.
yeah. He is.
When it comes to like Michael or Bugoy, you said that Michael is your favorite. Let's say
Yeah,
between
yeah.
the two, I would say the Bugoy is maybe my
Yeah,
favorite
okay.
because he has kind of that more rock voice
Yeah,
and
yeah,
raw, and I really enjoyed how he sang reggae. And one thing like reggae, I've never tried really singing reggae,
Okay.
and when you just start singing it, it kind of feels easy because it's staccato, very short,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it feels like goofing around. But if you really want to sing it, it's
Yeah, no. I tried it. It's not that good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound-
easy. Yeah.
so that's one thing that I would also like to like fool around with, especially.
And also in reggae music, when you're singing, like there is like you need to when it's music is playing and kick, drum, kick and snare,
Snare.
they are like what is making a reggae to do
Yeah,
it.
of
Like,
course. I think they're on. So let's say if in a normal four beat,
Okay.
four to four like beat,
Okay.
the how to say like the emphasized notes are the first and the third
Okay.
with the kick.
Yes.
But I think with the reggae is
2-on-4.
two and four.
2 and 4,
I think
yes,
so.
yes,
That kind
that's
of gives it this kind of wonky feeling, you know.
And like because of that,
So-
bass and drums like need to be straight. And
Yes.
when you're singing, it's not like when you sing 1 millisecond after the kick or before. And that's
Definitely.
what like makes reggae singers good because they just have a feeling how to put like timing of words or what they are singing. Like in comparison with kick and the drum and the bass. So
Yeah.
that's what makes
Definitely,
it good. Yeah.
definitely. Like what you said, it's a lot about timing.
Yes, of course.
And but even beside timing, it's just the way they pronunciate
Yes,
every
yes.
word. Like they really, every syllable is important.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
especially
yes,
that Jamaican accent, which I really like,
Yeah,
and I can't do
man.
it. Man, yeah. Have you ever watched the movie? It's called Cool Runnings.
No,
I think you have. Maybe you don't know it by that name, but it's those Jamaicans that ride the bobsleds. Did you know in Olympics?
Okay, yeah,
you know,
yeah, I know.
You know Sanka that carries that egg with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, I remember
and,
that,
And I
yeah.
remember this one part, which is I really love that movie. So they're from Jamaica, and they
Okay.
went to the Olympics, and nobody expected them to do anything because they're from a country that's very hot.
Yes,
and
yes,
they're
that's
competing
like-
in Winter Olympics or stuff
That's-
like
that's
riding
weird, yeah.
bobsleds, which out of mind, and it's based on a real story, so it's even
yeah.
crazier. But there's this one part where they are in this bar. And I'm not sure. I think a Swedish guy is kind of making fun of them.
Okay.
And this one gets really sad and goes to the bathroom. But his teammate, Jamaican teammate, goes to encourage him. And he says, like, look in the mirror and tell me what you see. And I know that like line perfectly, and a couple more.
Yeah.
Like, and he says, I see Junior. And this guy said, you see Junior. Well, let me tell you what I see. I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap out of nobody. and I remember that because that's the best scene. And he really encourages him. And this guy goes outside and they start a bar fight. Crazy.
Great.
I see pride. I see power. But this, I see a badass mother. Like what?
Badass mother,
What
yeah,
does
yeah,
that
yeah.
even
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Who don't take no crap out of nobody. And even and this guy
you
said
do a really good impression of that.
that's the only thing that I really
Yeah.
I think know how to do in Jamaica. But there's one thing also. I want to use these words more because they're so cool. Like this guy said, "Do you really see all of that in me?"
Okay.
And he says, "Yeah, man." But something like it doesn't matter like what I see. It matters what you see. So and he says like. Blood fire. So that's
Blood
like
fire.
blood fire, like blood fire, and it means like shit, man. It means you need to figure this
Yeah,
out.
okay,
blood fire. It's also
It's like
cool.
a
Like,
catchphrase,
blood,
yeah,
fire.
blood fire.
So that's what I'm going to keep saying through the rest of this video.
Blood fire.
Blood
okay.
fire.
I cannot like imitate that. Blood fire.
Blood fire.
Blood. Blood.
There's this.
But
ascending.
I can do a Swedish accent a little bit, but
okay.
not words, but just like fire. So, who?
Huh?
They do that
Yeah,
with,
they
with
have
that,
that.
yeah. Who? Like, who?
So those are some musical
Yeah, yeah,
languages.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, when we're when
And
we're
there are also like they have Aba, they have Avicii, they have they are great. Max Martin is
Max
also
Martin.
Swedish, yeah. So they
Yeah,
are really
interesting.
really big music nation.
When we're on the topic of languages and musicality, there's
Okay.
one thing that I also want to say. Chinese and Japanese language, there's a higher percentage in China and in Japan of kids or
Okay.
like people that have absolute pitch. And this is not just about the number of people living in there,
Okay.
but it's about, again, their language. Because I think Chinese language, like English language and Croatian language, have maybe 5 ascending, descending, I'm not sure how they call them,
Okay.
like syllables or stuff like that.
Okay, okay.
Like when you say, I don't know, you can say ah, you can say ah. So
Okay.
one is ascending, one is descending, and there are a couple of ways to say. But Chinese, I think I'm not really sure. I don't know that much about. But a lot of their letters have more of those upwards and downwards like stuff, and they have a lot of symbols. So they have maybe more letters than the usual alphabet and stuff like that.
Okay, okay, okay.
So their kids are way used to hearing those intonative things.
Ah, okay.
So when they're little, they are exposed to more musical, let's
Okay,
say,
I
things.
understand, I understand.
And in general, like I don't know if in the world there is one in every uh 100,000 people has absolute hearing.
Okay.
I think in China is maybe one in 10,000.
Jesus,
So
that's really
way more.
Yeah,
way more.
Yeah.
So I really love those things. Like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
who would think about that?
Yes, yes, that's good.
Brain is a very cool thing.
Weird.
Blood fire.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
I'm really interested in that. I didn't know about a lot of those things. So really, thank you for telling me that. And please, if you have, you can put in comments because I'm really like intrigued by this theme about like genetics of the nations and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
genetics and
if-
maybe
if you know something better than he does, but
Definitely,
that's
definitely.
enough. That's enough for me to make
No, no,
research.
no, no,
But
no.
if you know something better, please leave it in the comments because I will be glad to learn more about that because
And-
like that's really
Not only that, if you have any interesting topics that you want us to talk about, please leave
Yeah,
them
of
in the
course, of
comments.
course, of course.
They can
Give
be
us
musical.
inspirations.
I thought you were gonna say, "Give us money."
Give us, yeah, give us money.
But yeah, give us topics because we want to do this as long as we can, and we can only do it with your input because
Yes, of
sometimes we are busy and we don't really have an idea what to talk about.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really wonder if we're ever gonna have an episode where we're just gonna talk about our days, and maybe there's always something interesting in.
But we can that's a Croatian word.
It
Yeah,
means
yeah.
like, well,
Well, yeah, pa.
Pa.
Pa, we can talk.
blood fire.
Pa, blood fire.
Okay.
We can talk about our days. I would love to do that with you.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
So some episode we can just talk about what we are doing in our lives.
Okay, so we've talked a bit about Bugoy, and just to make it clear, he's not a reggae singer. Actually,
Yeah,
he's also. I mean,
I can hear that. Yeah.
he's also an R&B singer, and there is also. I'm going to send you this for some other time. There's a group called. Oh man, what's it called? It's a group where Katrina,
Okay.
Michael Pangilinan, Bugoy Drilon, and Daryl Ong sing. So 4 crazy Filipino singers.
I need to hear that.
R&B group.
I need to hear that.
It's amazing.
What is
Bugatel is those 3. Yeah, Bugatel. I think that's how they pronounce it. It's all of their names, so they make this word Bugatel. So it's Bugoy,
Okay.
Del, and Michael.
Michael.
Bugatel. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But,
yeah,
I need
but
to find that
interesting.
here.
Interesting.
That's really nice.
And there's one more that we haven't talked about, and she is, I would say, a legend
Okay.
in Philippines, and it's Lea Salonga.
Ah, okay.
You know who I'm talking
Of
about.
course. I saw that one video. She's on the stage, like in front of live audience.
Somebody's filming from the audience.
Yes.
It's a song called Reflections.
Okay.
or Reflection. It's from Mulan.
Yeah,
Disney Mulan.
yeah. You told me that Mulan, and she also sings in Aladdin movie.
Yeah, not movie, in a
In a
cartoon.
cartoon, yeah,
In
cartoon.
the original one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's singing like she's pretending to be Jasmine.
Yeah,
You know,
Jasmine,
okay,
yeah.
Jasmine.
I'm not sure if she gave her. I'm not sure if she's her voice actor,
Okay, okay.
or she's just singing
Okay,
parts.
okay, okay.
I'm
We
not
don't
sure.
know that. Okay.
Maybe she has
Yeah,
done
but,
both.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, she is also great.
I really like her because she has a very easy to listen to voice.
Yes, 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 yes.
She's not the one. I mean, these younger singers are um, more ready to prove themselves.
Yes. That's the correct word. Yeah, they're like doing everything like to prove everything. Blah, blah, blah.
Everything runs,
Yeah, and
and
that's great.
that's
Yeah,
great.
but she's like just like
She's
singing
a,
and
she,
yeah.
she's just she has a beautiful voice, and it's I wouldn't say classical in terms of operatic, but it's classical, like musical theater classical, and I just love her.
Yeah.
I mean, I can listen to Jasmine all day. I can listen to Mulan, and she has been singing in a musical theater. She sang in a concert version or concert, let's say, performance of Les Miserables.
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
No, I
That's
didn't.
also a
Was it?
musical. I haven't in mind, which is very sad for me to say because I'm a vocal coach. I haven't really watched Les Miserables ever in full.
Okay.
But I know those couple of
Parts,
very
okay,
very
okay,
famous
okay.
songs. Like maybe you know the most famous song. Have you ever heard the song "I Dreamed a Dream"?
I heard that.
Do you remember that one old video? There was that Susan Boyle singer on
Okay, yeah,
American
she's
Talent,
American Got Talent, okay.
and she sang that song.
Yeah.
I dreamed a dream when time gone by.
Yes.
Beautiful song,
Yes,
beautiful
yes.
lyrics.
Yes, I know
Very,
that. I remember
very
that, yeah.
life
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So yeah, she sang that perfectly. She sang in Miss Saigon.
Yeah, she's.
She's
Yeah. I heard
she's a legend. You know.
All in all, I need to hear more about these artists and the stuff what they are doing because like I'm really impressed with Filipinos singers. Like every one of them, you send me like every one of them has something special about them. Like they are all original. Yes, Morissette is like maybe a little bit like Mariah Carey, but not like.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Yes,
would never
it's-
say that she's a copy or anything like
but,
that.
Yeah, but she has that originality. I don't know why. Like you just sense that when it was like enough for me to listen just one song. I'm not smart, but like you see it right
course.
away. Yeah.
It's very easy to see perfection.
Yes, perfection. And Bugoy also and Michael like.
I'll really send you like maybe the best of the best. What I wanted to say is, would you like to go to Philippines one day?
Yes.
Why not?
Yes.
You like traveling.
Yes, I love traveling. Everybody does.
I mean, not everybody does. Not everybody does.
Maybe yeah.
Some people like just staying at home and
Yeah,
turning on the
also-
TV.
yeah.
But I would really, I really like traveling.
Yeah, me too. Yes, of course. I would like to, especially because like I really didn't know that Filipinos are that good in singing and that what you told me about karaoke. Jesus, I cannot
Karaoke.
pronounce
Blood
that word.
fire.
Yeah, blood fire. I'm really interested in that, so I have a really big wish to go and check that.
Yeah,
Everything
we should.
like whole nation. I want to see all what are you doing and stuff like that.
What are you eating?
Yes.
What are they eating?
What are they eating?
Is it- is it
That's
maybe-
also that
it-
could maybe probably be one of the reasons why they have that good vocal cords.
Yeah, I think somebody said like they are eating a lot of rice, but I mean we're eating rice here,
Everybody, yeah.
and nobody is that good
yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
So
Maybe rice. Maybe could be.
maybe some fruits.
Maybe they are not smokers.
I've
But
actually
that could be because,
never
like-
thought about that.
For example, like I am a smoker,
Okay.
like cigarettes.
Really?
Cigarettes, and that's of course that's bad for my voice.
Definitely.
And like maybe they are not smoking, but I'm not saying that because like even the people who are not smoking here, like that there's a 99% of the chance that somebody in their family
A smoke.
is a smoker or was a
Was a
smoker.
smoker,
For
yeah, yeah.
example, your grandfather, father
No.
or something like that. So probably it could be like
Oh, you think like maybe even genetics because of
genetics.
that?
Yeah. I'm not
Never.
saying that you're a bad singer, but you know.
No. I'm
It's
I'm
maybe
I'm just saying that I've never thought about it.
it could be,
It could
yeah.
be. Yeah. When it
Because
comes.
like everybody here before 50 years were smoking.
Yeah, because that was the trend.
Yeah,
Like,
the trend like that was
there
a
there
part
were
of the culture
there
here.
were
Yeah.
literally commercials with the doctors smoking,
Yes,
saying that
yes,
it's
I
okay.
remember. Yeah. That's
So-
like like culture was like that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
that was
And still it
you.
is.
You were not cool if you weren't smoking.
Yes.
For sure, in like 80s or 70s. I don't know,
Yes.
because I know my father was a smoker. Thank God he stopped. My uncle was a smoker, and I remember like when I was a kid, I would find their cigarettes and just break them, and they would hate
Yeah.
me because of that. But most of my close family is not smoking anymore, which is cool. I've never smoked. I've never even.
Yeah, I know that.
I've
I
never
know
even
that.
tried a
And-
cigar,
and
and I
congratulations for that. That's really
thank you.
in this area of the world. That's like he needed to have like probably thousands of times when people were giving you
Definitely.
cigarettes.
And there were even times when people would, when I remember this one time I was in a festival in Zagreb, in
Okay.
Croatia, and I don't know why, maybe just because I like alternative music and
Okay.
maybe I dress a bit like that, but every time when I would go to a festival, somebody would approach me and ask me if I have weed.
Yeah, that's
And
common one. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that's a common one,
Yeah.
especially on festivals. And I would always say, "Nah, man,
Yeah,
no."
yeah.
But there's one thing that I would really love to do one day is just have some sort of a fake police badge. So when somebody asked me that,
Put
I
it
would just
out,
flip
yeah.
it, and I would just love to see them run
yeah.
because that would be
Run, Forest.
Run, Forest. So the blood fire.
Blood fire.
I would really like to do that. Maybe I'm a bit evil.
Yeah,
but
no,
okay.
no.
I
You're
was
just
teasing.
a really good way of sarcasm and
Sarcasm.
how do you say that?
I mean, just goofing around.
Goofing around. Yeah.
So I didn't. Yeah, that's a
could be
question.
a
That's a
reason, yeah.
question for the comment section for sure. Do Filipinos smoke? I've never.
Yes.
I can't believe that I've never asked that.
Yes. That's
I've never asked that. So that's a good. Please let us know. Like, is it common in Philippines to smoke? Is it even because I've mentioned that the country is a bit on the poorer side, so maybe they don't even have
yes.
cigarettes to. I mean, I think they have.
They have, of course, but,
Probably,
like,
yeah. Maybe
they using or-
maybe they don't have as much as like was this? They don't have much to pick from.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know.
And also, what is like because that's happening in the world due to smoking, like before in 70s and 80s, like that was like popular not only here, like on Balkans,
yeah, everywhere.
especially,
But in
like
America-
in America, that was like in videos and stuff like that was really popular thing to do, and like just like about 2000 and some year, advertising and doctors and everybody are like flip the coin, and everybody started to talk that's bad, and like in America, they're really like almost nobody is smoking. Like not
You
almost
mean
nobody.
nowadays?
Yes, nowadays cigarettes, cigarettes. I
Yeah,
don't know about the other stuff, but like
Well, I'm not really sure about that. One thing that I think happened is that cigarettes and alcohol got way more expensive.
yes.
So it's
and that and like in restaurants, coffee places, bars.
That's true.
They're like I remember when I was
No
in
smoking,
Stockholm.
yeah.
In Stockholm,
Stockholm.
in Sweden, like I was sitting in front of the restaurant.
Okay.
Like on the terrace, like
Yeah, open place.
open
space,
place, yeah, and like it's air in front of us, like
Air in
nobody-
front of us.
like
Air in front of us. Where the hell?
I don't know where do I find these words.
Blood fire.
Anyway, like next table near me is like 3.5 meters away from me in one way and in another.
Okay.
And I really respect the rules and everything what they have, but like I took out the cigar and I started to smoke, and waiter came from inside,
Okay.
and she was like running to me. Oh no! Please don't smoke! Please don't smoke! And
Okay.
I'm like, okay, it's not a problem.
Take it
I'm
easy.
really sorry. Yeah, I'm really sorry to. I
You
didn't
didn't.
know. I didn't know
Okay.
because like it is. There is a science, but inside, not outside.
Uh-huh.
And I like she was nice. She's not like aggressive type of the person, but she had that rule. Like probably they have that in code of the bars or
Yeah, yeah.
restaurants. Like she was like, put it down, and like I said, okay, no problem. And then I asked her like, why
What
is
a-
that like? Why
Such a
is
big
that?
deal.
Yeah, such a big deal. And then she told me that they have like in their state
Okay.
has that rule like
Yeah, no
yeah,
non-smoking rule.
they're obligated to like inform everybody that you cannot smoke like 3 meters near the door of the restaurants or bars.
What?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah. You cannot do that.
I mean, that's interesting.
You
It's,
can smoke outside, but not like
not that close.
not that close.
Interesting. Never heard about that before. So cool. I thought that you were going to say that they have some rules, and maybe restaurant has to pay a price like a fee if somebody is caught smoking in there, or maybe you would have to pay like a penalty, or
Yeah,
how do you say?
probably that is a case.
Yeah, probably that is the
We
case.
also have that here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we're just starting to implement non-smoking in inside places.
Yes.
Which is
Good.
For-
I'm a
for-
smoker and I really respect that, and
Yeah.
I love that because like I'm not gonna die because I don't smoke inside. I'm gonna take it outside and everything will be gonna
Yeah.
be okay. But like when you're in restaurants, there is a food, there is
of course, and there are-
everything, and like it's okay to not smoke inside.
I really love that rule because especially when you have kids,
Yeah.
and even when you're doing like gigs inside. I mean, I understand people like drinking and smoking, but I mean, singing in a very smoky room and it's not very good, and I really hate that feeling when you get home and you stink of smoke.
smoke
I mean,
of
I know
cigarettes.
even people who smoke and they really don't like that
Yeah,
scent.
yeah.
So yeah,
Me neither. When I woke up in the morning, like
yeah, I mean,
it's really bad,
dirty
bad smell,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we're going in the right direction when it comes to that. How do we even get to smoking? Oh yeah, we were talking about Philippines and
I
smoking.
told that it could be genetic because they are not smokers,
Yeah.
but we don't know.
Yeah.
You need to tell that.
You really need to tell us that. It would be really funny if all of these guys that we mentioned and girls were smokers. Who knows?
That would be great.
That would be
I would like
insane.
to start to smoke
That-
even more.
Or maybe they have some special cigars.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Philippines. I really would like to check him out. And one other thing that it comes to my mind is if Philippines are, let's say, great in singing,
Okay.
what other countries could be also like maybe above average when it comes to singing, or maybe in something else? Like we know that some countries are good by their geographical position. For example, Norway has great fish because
Yes,
they
of
really
course.
have access to the sea and stuff like that. And I think even Norway has this kind of I'm not sure, but think they have a kind of a policy that they don't really take stuff from the other countries, so they don't really take in stuff that they already have in
Okay.
their country.
Okay.
Maybe not,
Okay.
of course, not everything, but I
There-
really don't think that they like have fish coming around from different parts of
Okay,
the.
okay.
And why
I
would they
understand,
when
yeah.
they have their own?
Of course.
And I was in Norway once, and we had fish for breakfast and stuff like that. It was great, man. And it was like 5, 6 different kinds of fish. So it's interesting going into places and really trying something.
Learn from their culture.
Yeah, and just like try something that's very special to them.
domestic. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That's
Like when you come to Boston, Herzegovina, what do you want to try?
cevapi.
Cevapi. If you ever are here in Sarajevo in Mostar, cevapi, cevapcici, whatever
Just
you like.
ask for cevapi and you will be like
If you
thankful
like,
for the rest of your life.
if you are a meat eater, and that's something that you absolutely must.
If you
try.
are not meat eater, you can try uštipci.
Uštipci.
Uštipci, that's also domestic.
There, we have a lot of those interesting things. Like, for example, I'm sure that nobody outside of these parts of Balkan has tried kaymak
Kaymak, yeah.
or
yeah.
ayvar.
Ayvar, yeah.
Like ayvar, I'm not even sure how to explain it. It's like paprika, What else?
I really don't know what's inside, but it's like tasteful.
It's like
Oh
five or
my god.
six. I'm not sure. Different
Yeah,
kind of
ingredients. Yeah, inside.
vegetables and I think sunflower oil or maybe some
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah,
oil
something
and
like
stuff
that.
like
Yeah,
that, and that's all kind of blended, and it
yeah,
gets
yeah.
you get this kind of almost like
Orange.
orange mass, and it's a perfect addition to your food.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
whatever you eat, and trust me, I'm not a big guy that eats like fruit that much, but this is like
Yeah,
from heaven.
yeah, yeah, from heaven. Ivar. You can put it on in Google if you are
Definitely.
Ivar, kajmak, cevapi,
Uštipci.
uštipci,
What
pura.
else? Pura. Okay, pura. I mean, pura is great, but it's not my favorite. I mean, it's okay.
Okay, it's not your
Yeah,
favorite, but
yeah,
like
it's a domestic.
Pura is
Pura?
also domestic. And what else?
What else?
Prosciutto, that's Italian. Okay, well, no, not Italian, but like everybody
Yeah.
knows about prosciutto.
What's the word for mezza? Like,
Mezza.
how would you translate that? I
Well,
don't-
that's like prosciutto and uštipci
and
cheese, like
sausages and stuff like that, like sausages.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
sausages, like yeah, cheese and
So
stuff
that's
like that,
basically
yeah.
like a first
appetizer, yeah, yeah.
That's the word, appetizer, but it's more in a household.
Yeah, household.
Let's
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. Every house here has like that kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
sausage, prosciutto, the
Different kinds of
kajmak, kajvar,
cheese.
and when the guest come in
Arrives,
your house,
yeah.
arrives to your house, first thing you do is put out
Mezza.
meza. Yes, so that's all meza, like.
I have one funny story with mezza. So usually when somebody puts that out, like from your parents and stuff like that, especially when you're younger, you don't eat from that. So that's for the
Yeah, for
older,
guests, yeah.
for the guests, and for your parents and stuff like that. And usually something, well, they're not going to eat everything. And when something is left over, you're going to eat it. And my younger brother was kind of circling around the table. And
Like
one
a
of the
fly.
and one of the guests was saying, yeah, grab something, like eat something, and he and because kids are very honest, he said, no, we're going to eat when you guys
Yeah.
go, when you guys finish, or when you guys go to your home.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And
yeah,
that's also. I need to add something. Can we like say the names of big corporations?
yeah,
Yeah, Coke,
Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola. Yeah, yeah. There's a similar, not similar, like same thing with Coca-Cola when people are coming to.
What do you mean? When
For example, I'm home and my mother went to the grocery
Yeah.
shop and she bought everything and she brought the cola,
yeah,
the
a
Coke,
Coke, yeah.
the Coke.
No, not that one, not that one.
Coca-Cola. Okay, she bring that, and we are expecting the guests.
Okay.
And, like, you cannot touch the Coke
Before.
before guests
Yeah.
arrives.
You-
Like
you
that. That's forbidden. Like in. You cannot like.
You can slap your mother, but you can't open a Coke.
Yes. That's like that important, and that's really true. Like that's I'm not like.
No. You are not over exaggerating.
Yeah, I'm not over exaggerating that yet.
But okay. There's always Coke. Is there anything else that's always on the table? I mean, we've gotten a bit off topic. but why
it
not?
doesn't matter. Why not? Yeah. We are talking about cultures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
we are
yeah,
talking about
cultures.
Filipinos culture.
So tell us if there's something that's very particular about Filipinos. Like, what do you guys offer your guests when they come in and stuff like that?
That could maybe affect on your singing.
Yeah, why not? Maybe like there are
Meza.
rakia.
Rakia. Yes.
Rakia is a
Yes.
alcoholic drink which is drink from very small cups, and it's very, very strong.
And it's made from grapefruit. Like
Not grapefruit, grape. Not grape. Oh yeah,
grapefruit.
actually, yeah. Grape.
They putting to distillery and something like that, like
You-
similar like wine, but not for wine. But you use something like some other process to make rakia, but it's like from grapefruit. Also same as wine.
So also every household I think has rakia.
Yes, of
should
course.
have. And there are like different types of those kind of liquors, like made from palms, shlivovacha,
Shlivovac, yes.
or made from cherry, like
Vishnya.
vishnya and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Every
but-
fruit has an alcoholic drink. That's
Yeah.
probably.
And
in
there's one
Filipinos.
thing that I just want to say, and we can maybe stop with this.
Okay.
Like potatoes. Like, potatoes are such an important part of everybody's life, and
Okay.
you wouldn't have vodka. You wouldn't have. I think. Do you put potatoes when you make rakia? Maybe not. Nah, it's only.
No.
No, no,
It's
no.
just that.
But there are other alcoholic drinks that you make with
Yeah,
potatoes as
yeah.
well. And I mean, when somebody calls you a couch potato, which is
Okay.
kind of an insult, you should be flattered.
Flattered,
Because
I'm
potatoes
important.
potatoes are like the most important
Yes, of course.
vegetable ever.
Yes,
He just called you like.
Yeah, I agree
So-
with that. Yeah.
So I think that's a.
Yeah. Why not? I
mean,
will be glad to be
I would
called
rather be
potato.
called a potato than an
Dickhead.
orange. I don't know. And we're gonna stop here because I don't think we can get any
we
better
are
than
starting to getting there. That's what she said.
that. Thanks for watching. Suggest other topics and
Yes.
check out the merch.
Of course, check out the merch, and that would be all. Thank you very much for watching, and Herway, please,
See you next time.
H, give me that shirt next time so I can wear it. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
here you
Okay.
go.
No, not
See you
now.
next time.
See
Bye.
you. Bye.